Hey, it's Steph. Thanks for watching today's video. I have my update for my Rolling Project 10 pan. This is a project where I set higher usage goals, usually to finish or to hit pan, and I'm very pleased with how this project has been going so far. I did start it in January, so I've been working on these items for quite a few months. There are a couple that have only been in here for about a month because I met goals in previous updates, but if you're not familiar with my channel, I do mostly panning content, which means I am actively working through my collection, whether it be makeup or beauty items, trying to finish or get really good use on what I already have before I buy anything new. I am on a no-buy this year. This is my second no-buy in a row. I have done no-buys in the past, but this is like my second consecutive year, and I'm just working through my collection, trying to get things done. So if that sounds good, I hope you subscribe if you're not already, and give this video a thumbs up. I tried a new makeup or eyeshadow placement today. Have you guys heard of the reverse halo eye? I had never heard of it before until I was scrolling last night, and on my explore page this reel showed up. I'm just gonna do like a screenshot of it, and I'll have the creator linked down below if you want to check them out. But I thought it was really interesting. Obviously, like, I did different shades. I did more like cool tones because that's my jam, but I thought her look was so gorgeous, and I was really interested in like the reverse placement with the darker shade on the inside. I don't think my execution was the best, but I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I'll have to take a look back at my footage or like the photos I took of this look to really see if I like it or not. But in my viewfinder, I feel like my eyes just look kind of dark. I like more maybe elongated and contour on the outer part of my eye to kind of give my eye some shape and accentuate my almond eyes. So I mean, let me know what you guys think down below and if you've tried this as well, but I never ever heard of it before, so I wanted to give it a try. I basically have items in here for every step of a makeup routine. I don't have my powder because I feel like, I mean, that's just kind of boring. I mean, some of these items are boring. But the first item I have in here is a face primer. And I rolled this in last update. It's my Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin in the shade Universal. And this was passed down to me from my friend Jamie at the Impulsive Panner. And I have used this 14 times this month. I feel like the pan has expanded. Jamie had already hit pan in this, so I did not have much use when I rolled it in. I think I only used it once before I rolled it in, and I really like this. Let me get my camera to focus. I feel like this works really well with my skin. I do get oily in my T-zone throughout the day, so I mainly just put this kind of around my nose and like my forehead and chin. And I mean, I still get slightly oily depending on what other products I'm using, but I am enjoying this, and I'm glad that Jamie passed it down to me. The next item is my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. My goal for the primer was to finish. And I feel like I have a few more months to finish that. But the next item to finish is my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is a holy grail, but it was also my oldest foundation from 2019, so I knew I had to work on it and get it out of my collection. So it's been bittersweet, but really nice working on it, obviously. I have not done the math. I will have like totals and things on the screen, but I was able to use this 9 times since the last update, and it is finished. I don't know if you can see from that far away, but those were my line markings from previous months, and hopefully you can tell that I did scrape as much as I could out of this. This does not come with this pump. I've ordered this on Amazon a long time ago, but you can see that I've tried to scrape out as much as possible. And Yeah, it's bittersweet. It was starting to smell like paint or like old foundation, so I'm happy that I got all of the use I was able to get out of it before it like started breaking me out or anything. But I will definitely repurchase this after I get through some of my other foundations. But I have quite a bit to get through. And I am going to replace this foundation with another foundation. This is another very old foundation. I think it's from 2020. I will put the date on the screen when I got it. But this is the Milani Screen Queen. And this is a long discontinued foundation. So you can't get it anymore. But I have the shade 150 Cool Shell. This is what I have on my face today, mixed with my Catrice Glow Booster. This is a very thick foundation, so it's helpful for me to mix in the Glow Booster just to lighten it up a little bit, but it doesn't change the color or anything. I feel like this is a pretty good shade match for me. I did mark it when I started using it, so it's going to be so hard to see. That top mark was from a previous project, but this bottom mark is actually when I started using it. So I've used it like 3 times, I think, including today. 3 times, and I will swatch this since it's new to the project, and you can see how thick it is. It's super thick, but it's a really good shade, and I really like the wear time that it gives me. Oh, I pumped out a bunch. So you can see it's a really, really good shade for me. So it will be kind of bittersweet to use it up as well, but it's from 2020. We are in the year 2025, so I need to use that sucker up. Sucker up. That sounded very weird there. Okay. The next item is my concealer, and I am working on my Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer in the shade 0.5 All Good. I want to finish this as well, and like I said, I have not totaled anything up, so you will see all the information on the screen, but I've used this 11 times since the last update. I feel like I haven't figured out the best way I like to use this, but currently I will put a dot under my eye, just one side, and then I will take my Catrice Under Eye Corrector, which is a little pink, and I will take that on my finger and blend it out, kind of mix it while it's on my face, and then set it immediately with under eye powder, and then I'll do the next side, so I'll dot it and then mix it on my face. Because this is a little yellow for me. Sorry, I have an itch on my nose. So it's like not perfect, but it looks really good. I am wearing it today. I feel like my under eyes look nice. And I think that's how I'm gonna continue using it. But I mean, 11 times, I wish I had used it a little more, but I often just use my corrector by itself on like an everyday basis. So hopefully I will have more. I think I have a hair on my nose. It's very itchy. Okay, next is my Pearl Beauty multi-face stick in the shade Real Depth. I also want to finish this, and I use this as like underpainting as a cream bronzer. I do have line markings, like our little dashes on the cap, so let me first show you the product with the plastic packaging rolled all the way up. And I'm going to roll it down to where the packaging like stops, and then show you like my line markings. I feel like that's going to be the easiest. So I do see some progress here, which is nice. You always like to see visual progress, and I have used this item 12 times. So I have done my makeup more than 12 times, but I mean, I'm just getting really sick of this product, and I'm wearing it today. It's just so warm on me that like underpainting is really my only option, and sometimes it still looks too warm. Yeah, it's just not my favorite. I really want to get that done, but hopefully in the summer I can kind of go ham with it. But I've gotten quite a bit of use in this project. The next product is technically my LYS cream blush in the shade Confident, but I am working on that by frankening it into different products. So I have two products that I have frankened it into, and the first one is housed in this Sydney Grace little pot, and it's my current cream contour. So I think last update is when I showed you like when I had added a little more product in here, and I will just put a picture up. I've used this 16 times since then, and this is what it's looking like now. So I'm pretty happy with the progress in how I'm using the blush by frankening it, and I also use this as underpainting. So I do the bronzer like straight across here and then kind of higher on my cheekbones, and then I do the contour like on the sides here, and then as like my cheekbone contour. So that's kind of how I'm able to use both items not every time I do my makeup, because I definitely did not use that every time I did my makeup, but 16 is pretty good for a month. And then the other product that I have frankened the LYS cream blush in is in this like little travel pot, and I mixed it with an old lipstick. And this is what it's looking like compared to last month. I've used this 12 times, and there's still quite a bit of product in here, but I also use this under my foundation as underpainting, so it's really easy to use. I'll often mix it with my cream highlighter under my foundation, and then, I mean, you can't really see it once I put foundation on top, but it's a way to use my products. I'm not a huge fan of cream products. I prefer powder, so if I didn't have these items, I wouldn't miss them, but because I do have them, I need to get some use out of them. Oh, sorry, I said 12 uses, but it's 11. I used it 11 times. The next item is something that I've used the most, and it's my powder contour. It's a Franken, and I have it housed in this hourglass little compact. So I have my Fenty powder bronzer in the shade Shady Biz mixed in here with a lighter powder just to like lighten it a bit, and add some, I feel like I'm talking weird today. I've also added some blue and green eyeshadow to it. So this is what it was looking like last update. I want to finish this as well, and I've used this 20 times. I feel like until I hit pan, I'm not going to see a ton of progress, but that's what it's looking like. I do have this on today as well. I have this all over like the perimeter of my face, basically, so my forehead and my cheekbones. I also have it a little bit on my jaw and my nose, so I have it on my nose as well, but I count that whole application as one use. The next item is a blush, and I rolled this in last update. This is my ColourPop Heart Blush in the shade Let's Dance. And I rolled this in because it's like more coral, and I figured it would be nice to work on it in the spring and summer. I've used this 9 times so far. I'm wearing it today. This is the only blush, well, powder blush that I have on today. And on my 9th use, I hit pan. I was shocked. Like I said, I rolled this in because I knew it would be a good shade for the summer. So I thought it would be much longer to hit pan. But I also did see like a nice dip in this. Hopefully you can see it in the photo or video footage. Maybe it would be better. But yeah, so before I rolled this in, I had just hit pan in my other shade of this heart blush. So I was kind of comparing the dips, and like I knew I was kind of close, but not this close. And yeah, I'm very, very happy to have another blush pan. Blushes take forever, but these aren't that deep. I'll try to show you. They're not that deep, so I'm very happy. I had a hard time picking what blush I wanted to roll in. To replace this, I brought two out and I'm just now deciding which one to pick, but I'll show you the one that I considered first, and it's my Jouer Coquette Blush Duo. I have the cool tone version with the shades Seduce Me and Tease Me. These are very Stephanie blush colors, cool toned, love them. But I was thinking, like, my thought with this is it's kind of peachy, and spring and summer is the only time that I would wear those types of blushes, and I would wear this blush like any day of the year. I love it so much. So I was trying to think if there's anything else in my collection that is more summer for me. And I thought of this Natasha Denona Love Glow Cheek Palette. This was decluttered to me, and I have used it a little, but not a ton. I think I had it in a project for 3 uses. And this shade here, the Super Glow, I don't know, is there shades on here? Oh my gosh, it's so tiny. I think it's just Super Glow. This shade here is more like a peachy shade. Can you tell? So I'm gonna roll in this shade specifically, but hopefully I can get a little more use out of some of these other products. This is a cream blush here. It's not my favorite. And then these are very glowy. I would call them more cheek, like blush toppers. But I will swatch this. Oh my, oh boy, oh boy. It's very light and shimmery. I'll just swatch the rest, just for the heck of it. So this diamond powder here is definitely more like a topper. And then this highlighter, slightly dark for me. Oh, very dark for me. And then I will do the cream. This is a very like, I don't know. This was decluttered to me, but I have thought about decluttering it out of my collection as well, but I think I'm gonna keep it. It's kind of special. It's different than what I have, and I just love the packaging so much. I could stare at that all day. So I'm gonna try to hit pan in that more coral blush. Next is my e.l.f. Baked Highlighter. This is the oldest highlighter in my collection, actually the oldest thing in my whole collection. This is from 2014. Yes, you can judge me all you want. It's 11 years old, but I'm using it. It's great. It's what I have on today as a highlighter, and I've used it 12 times since the last update. This is a baked product, and it's kind of hard to see progress, but I really want to hit pan, and hopefully I can do that. You can see like this crater over here has been there, but I'm trying to work on more this side now too to kind of even it down. Ugh. I feel like I won't be able to hit pan by the end of the year, but I think it's gonna take like the whole year. Just chipping away. Then the last two products are lip products. So the first one being a lip liner. This is from Temu. It doesn't have a name, it doesn't have a shade, but it's a very like neutral, warm shade, and I want to finish this. I've gotten 10 uses from the last update, and I do have like a side-by-side picture. I could have sharpened it, but I feel like I have 1 or 2 uses before having to sharpen it, so I don't want to sharpen it willy-nilly, like just for the update. So that's the progress on that one. And the last product is my lipstick, and I rolled this in last update. This is from Ulta Beauty. This came in like a holiday lip set, and I want to use this 50 times. I love this shade. What is the shade called? It's Famous. This is like a My Lips But Better. I'll swatch it. I haven't been swatching everything. But this shade here, it's obviously dark. It's a little darker than my actual lip color. But I posted this photo on my stories. I did like a half of my face no makeup and half of my face just natural, no makeup. And this is the lipstick that I'm wearing, and you can kind of see that it's like the same tone of my lips. It's the same cool, neutral, purpley mauve. I don't know. But it's just a little bit like deeper. It's just a little bit more. And I love this lipstick. I am wearing it today, but I have something like a more pink shade from my different project in the center of my lips, and I also have that lip liner underneath, so I feel like the shade isn't as like accurate, but I've used that, what did I say, 14 times. So 14 times 3, because I do like seasonal refreshes. What is that? 42. I'm not gonna make it to 50 if I keep at this rate, but I do really love that lipstick, and I'm sure I will have the same, if not more, usage by the next update. So those are all the products. I'm very excited to be working on another foundation to try to finish that. I'm a little nervous about the blush. I feel like the blushes in this project have given me some trouble, except for that heart blush that I hit hand so quickly. So if you enjoyed, I hope you hit that like button and subscribe so I see you all in my next one. Bye.